What's up, YouTube? It's Jay Beezy back. Got some bad news. I'm gonna get pretty much straight to the chase on what happened. As you can see on the photo I downloaded, our Bloo is no longer with us. Saturday, April 9th, me and Kristy, Megatron's driver, my girlfriend, we was going to the parts store to get some parts. A younger guy ran a complete red light. So we had the green light for I don't know how long, but the light didn't just change. I would say we was at least 150 feet, maybe 200 feet out with a green light. And I'm cruising down that road at 45 to 50 mile an hour, and like I said, we've got the green light, and this guy, younger guy, completely ran the red light. So I'm guessing my estimated speed on that road, because typically I normally drive like maybe 5 over, a little bit more maybe sometimes. So we hit him T-bone style, and I'm guessing we was probably going 45 to maybe 50 mile an hour. It's a head-on collision for us, and we hit him dead square in the doors, T-bone style. So like I said, our Bloo is no longer with us anymore. So after the accident, just kind of stay and get the reports and all of that. I know Kristy, she was crying, and I could tell she was in pain, and I'm hopping around after the accident trying to get over there to her, and because she couldn't get her door open, which it seemed like mine didn't open right away either. All airbags deployed too also. So got her to the sidewalk. She had to be hauled off by ambulance. I stayed back behind, to make sure you get the report and all that stuff and whatnot. So I can't go into too much details on some stuff, or if there were injuries, but if you see the car, and from what I just told you, you may can put some things together possibly. We're still here. Actually, everybody in that crash was able to walk away. He had his mother with him. He was like 20-ish something years old. So, and the reason why he blew through the red light was that he was distracted. He told us he was on a cell phone, but he told the officers also that was his fault, but he was on a cell phone, and in the police report looked like he was fooling with the GPS. So that's the reason why things are going, the way they are, I guess you should say. But if you got friends or people that's on cell phones and fooling with stuff in the car while they're driving, please encourage them, stop. We're very fortunate to be here, and after that head-on collision, we feel things. So possibly life-altering things to happen or can come about because of somebody playing on a phone or fooling with GPS or whatever. I mean, the guy just flat out ran a red light. It wasn't like it just changed. I mean, I couldn't even tell you last time I remember seeing it change and us driving down the road we was going down. So a couple of other things after this is about Thursday. I think I finally come around, more mentally. Before, I've been out of work all week, but before, just depressed, emotional, down. And I really do appreciate Kristy for just kind of giving me my time and let me process things. But even other things haven't been so good. But I know I just kind of been quiet and stuff like that, like I said, I can't go in the details on the other stuff, but long story short, I got a lawyer, because it's maybe other stuff come about. So I just wrapped my head around the whole process of how this gonna go. I think that was the most depressing and emotional part too, because it's like, well, they gonna total the car out, which I'm assuming they probably would have at that time, but you just still got that thought, well, hey, what about the car? I've only had it a year and 3 months. So it's just a lot of processing involved in your mind, what you're thinking, what's gonna happen. At that time, I didn't know what was gonna happen too. So it takes a lot to kind of process that thing. That ain't mentioning other things that's still going on, besides the car. So actually, at the accident, I will say this: the owner of the other car was not in the car, but she came down and actually gave me a hug and asked if I was somewhat okay or whatnot, because like I said, I'm kind of hopping and skipping around. But and actually at the end, before I left, they was gonna take their mother to the hospital, and I had and they actually was going, they were going to offer to take me to the hospital, and I just told them no, I'll be okay, I'll call an Uber. But actually the police called me over there, so he actually took me to the hospital. So that was actually the first time I've rode in the back of a police cruiser. It was the Explorer, and I tell you what, it's tight back there. But not the way I want to ride in a police cruiser. Well, I shouldn't be riding a police cruiser anyway, but that's the first time I've ever ridden in the back of a police cruiser. So it's just a lot of things to like processing how this is gonna go. But I started learning a lot more about processing as far as kind of what's gonna go down from the record yard. I went 2 days after the accident, seen the car, and it's just glad we all walked away, and also just glad nobody didn't get severely hurt or possibly even death, because at that time too, even though he ran the red light, I made contact with that car. So, that would have been something I would have to live with for the rest of my life, even though the other person was clearly in the wrong. So, like I said, if somebody's playing on the phone and they get distracted, easy, please, y'all, just please stop them, or please, whatever you've got to do. Distracted drivers really don't need to be out here. And then now I've got to unfortunately live with the loss of Bloo, which is fine because it can be replaced, but the mental and emotional and other pains that I've been having or come about after the accident, that's something that hopefully I don't have to live with the rest of my life. But at the end of the day, like I said, 2 days after the accident, I went to the car actually to get the plate off, because I had a specialty plate. I got the plate off, and I learned a little bit more about how the process worked. So it's gonna be a rough ride. Hopefully I'll get back in one. I may take some time out from getting one. And well, actually, let me rephrase this. So Bloo is total, so I think they're supposed to get with me Tuesday, and then we will go from there, and just see how things are gonna work out. But it's just a lot going on in the background. Actually, do your research too if you do have a total loss and stuff like that, because I know it's stuff about sales tax and different state laws too. So hopefully when we go to negotiation, I know that's going to be a day I better make sure I take my blood pressure medication, because I'm sure that my blood pressure going to be high that day. So I may, I got to give y'all some content too from Megatronic. I haven't done that yet. I've been busy with work besides the obviously accident now. So I may give y'all a little bit from Megatronic, but that's probably pretty much going to be it for a good while until I decide what I'm going to do or what I want to get or whatnot, But I do know right now that, we're doing stuff to Megatronic. I actually was going to the parts store to get something for Megatronic, because some parts that I got was over spec or too fat, so I couldn't get the exhaust put on. But long story short, we're going back to a bolt-on setup on Megatronic, and I need to actually introduce the car to the channel, because I haven't formally done that. But anyway, if you kind of want to get a little sneak peek of maybe what's gonna go on with Megatronic, that's kind of what it is right there. But at the end of the day, they're gonna actually kind of send me another one, because that one was I couldn't get the clamps right on it. The clamps were the right size, but the thing of it was, it seemed like the inlet pipe on the 2.75-inch end was too fat, and I think that's what was causing all the problems. And then one clamp just flat out failed on the 3-inch side. So, you know, hopefully we'll have Kristy car back up in the next couple of days or whatnot. So, like I said, also thanks for the subscribers, people watching. I don't know how many subscribers I got. You know, I know I'm pretty much a nobody. I'm not trying to be anybody on YouTube, but thank you. Last time I checked, I think it was 93. So I really do appreciate it, ladies and gentlemen. And maybe sometime I'll see you sometime here in the near future, you know, possibly whenever I do get another vehicle or whatnot. Y'all stay safe, be careful, make sure you're not driving distracted, or stop your friends from driving distracted. Take care. Bye.